So there are some huge issues in the crypto space, and obviously you're aware that Santander Bank in the UK has decided to close my account, freeze it, and leave me bankless. So I'm going to dig into the developments on that, and I'm also going to go into some of the details of other things that are happening, and basically try to, I guess, walk people through how best to safeguard themselves so they're not in the situation that I'm in. And just imagine, your bank rings you up one day and says they're going to freeze your account and you're going to lose all your money in the next X amount of days. And there's nothing you can do about it. And then they keep ringing and harassing you. We're going to dig into all of that. We're also going to dig into, like I say, some of the biggest headlines in the crypto space. So let's get to it. So I think we'll start here on CoinMarketCap to kick off the video. We're at 0.96% up in the past 24 hours at $1.58 trillion for the total market cap of crypto. Bitcoin at 42,043.03, up 1.33% in the past 24 hours. So yeah, that's the crypto market as it is. What I would say is, for those of you that missed my video yesterday, 2 weeks ago, Santander phoned me completely out of the blue. It wasn't a scam call for those that made those comments on the previous video. It was legitimately Santander, my bank, right? They knew all my transactional history. They knew too much for them, for it to be a scam call, but I did still ring them back. So Santander called me just to make sure we're really clear on this. And it's really important that you listen to what I've got to say on this if you missed that previous video, because just like you, when I've heard people have had these issues in the past, I've kind of always in the back of my mind thought, well, they must have broke the law. They must have done something wrong. But now it's happened to me, and I certainly haven't broken any laws. I run a legitimate UK business that doesn't take cash payments or anything like that. I would be classed as a low risk for money laundering. Everything's electronic. I can account for where all my money, comes from. I've answered all of the questions that enable Santander to meet the FCA requirements for KYC and anti-money laundering, right? So Santander, I answered all their questions. I got a second phone call yesterday, and they were asking about 3 transactions. I mean, these transactions go back years, right? It's not just crypto. They were asking about all my transactions, my business. How much did I, start off with when setting up the business? How much did I start up with investing in cryptocurrency? What's my total, investment currently? What's my portfolio worth? Where is my crypto held? And that is a big no-no, and I'll come on to that in a moment. And various other things. But anyway, I answered those questions for a second time. And they then went on to say that I needed to provide them with all of my Coinbase transactional history. So I needed to print off or get PDF copies of all of that information and send it to the bank. I needed to also tell them my wallet address for where all of my crypto is held and what platform it's held on. And look, I kind of brought up a concern that, one, you've gone beyond what is required as per the regulations, because I know that my account should be classed as a low risk. I don't make transactions with this account over £10,000. I'm located in the UK currently, I run a legitimate business. HMRC have all the details of all these transactions that the bank is asking for. I've broke no laws. I pay all of my taxes, including my crypto taxes, which I've been an advocate for, and you can go through the channel videos and you will hear me saying that people should pay their crypto tax. Be it in the UK or anywhere else, because you will, they will catch up with you, So I've got nothing to hide. So I didn't mind answering the questions, but I kind of felt like I wasn't being trusted. If you want all this information to back up what I've already told you, it's almost like you just don't trust me. So that was like one gripe that I had. The second was that I feel that giving my wallet address details and the location of where my cryptos are held presents a really high risk to the safety of not just myself but my family. They've already got my address. They have all my information. They would then know where my crypto is held, and I don't know the individuals I'm talking to on the other end of the phone. They might be genuine, nice, law-abiding people, but they could be criminals or related to criminals. And they could give my information away to people, and put my life and my family's lives at risk. This is a lot of money, and I don't feel very comfortable about this. So basically, I was told that if I didn't comply with this, they would close my bank account. Well, they wouldn't close that's a lie. They would freeze my bank account, which is just as bad as closing it down, I suppose. And they're going to do this within a matter of days if I don't comply with what they're asking for. Subsequently, after that, 52 days after first contact, they will close the account down. So once the money's frozen, any money that goes into the account, I don't have access to. I can't pull it out. But money can still go in there. So any money that goes in there is basically lost money, unless I go through the court system and I fight it. Now, bearing in mind, this is not like my main crypto account, and this is why I say people should listen to what I've got to say if you're invested in crypto. This is just my standard bank account, right, that me and my wife use. This is just to pay bills. It's just for the day-to-day stuff. All the direct debits and everything go through there, and so on. Wages go in there for my wife and so on, right? So I just want to be really clear on that. There was less than £3,000 in this account right now. I would say over a year, maybe somewhere between £60,000 and £70,000 has flowed in and out of this account. But I run a business. I have expenses. We might have expenses for software and stuff, and I have been really bad at, when it comes to accounting. Some of that is on my personal card, and then I just pay the card from my other account each month, for example, right? And that can be like £1,000 a month, right? So it sounds like a lot accumulative, when you add it all up over a year. But there's a wage going there for a pretty decent wage for my wife, and you've got other money going in there, for expenses and stuff like that from the business. So it's all accounted for, is kind of what I'm saying. There's no cash going in and cash coming out. It's all bank to bank transfers and stuff like that, right? So the reason why I say people should listen to all of this, and I think this is the biggest risk to investors in crypto, if I'm really honest. And like I've said, I thought previously, when I've read other people have had experiences like this, that they must have done something wrong, but I know that I haven't. And because I know that, and I've now got this experience, I realized that actually this is the biggest worry, or should be the biggest worry for anybody invested in cryptocurrency. Because if you can't on and off ramp crypto, and you can potentially have run the risk of having your accounts frozen, that is really bad, and will stop a lot of people from accessing the potential opportunities that there currently are. And that doesn't sit well with me in this corrupt world that we live in. Now, obviously, I'm going to pursue this. I've had two or three phone calls today with Santander, because I obviously logged a complaint. And yeah, basically we're not getting anywhere. Like, it still is where it is. I'm going to go to the financial ombudsman, speak to legal people and get legal advice. It's all kind of set up, ready to go. But like, this is the biggest risk. And like, the point that I'm trying to make, maybe poorly, is that if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. It could happen to you. And I think that, I want to sort of cover some of the things that are really important and like what I think the mistakes were from my side that means that, my account's been flagged. I don't know this until my subject access request is fulfilled by the bank and I have all the information that they hold on me and all the rationale as to why the bank was actually flagged. And I will share that. I'm going to be very public about this because I think it's fundamentally wrong. Whether it's, found that I'm in the wrong or the bank's in the wrong, I'm going to be really clear on it because I think there is a really big risk. And I'm going to come on to it in a minute because the government know there's a risk and they're going to do something about it. So maybe long term, this is going to be okay. And I'll come on to that in a moment. But the thing back in 2020, I used the bank account to onboard, I think the first crypto I've purchased, most recently, because I was in and out of crypto, right? So in 2020, I've used this particular bank account, which was just a standard bank account that me and my wife used, and we've always used it for many years before, getting back into cryptocurrency. I spent about £1,500 investing in XRP, and then I basically onboarded money monthly, to invest in XRP, VeChain, Bitcoin, and so on, right? So that was the first mistake. I probably shouldn't have done that, and I wouldn't have known that back then, that I'd be in the position I'm in today. But that was definitely something that has obviously been flagged because they talked about this in the questioning, and I'm going to have all the phone calls, so I am going to share snippets of the phone call, particularly the questions and so on. And maybe I'll share some of the transcript and stuff and just black out like any personal information. But look, they have managed. They're not stupid. So I've taken some profits in 2021 again into that same bank account. Nothing like major, but some of it went into this bank account, and that was a mistake. I did it through Coinbase, and I did some through PayPal, right? So I say like my wife did some through Coinbase. I did some through PayPal, and basically they know, because the Coinbase transactions, that the PayPal ones are likely to be crypto. And I'm not going to lie to the bank, so yeah, they are crypto. But, crypto seems to be what the problem is for Santander. It's the fact that, they don't know where my current crypto portfolio is, which I don't think is any of their business. Plus, it puts me and my family in danger by giving that information out just to anybody that I don't know, or to just anybody full stop. But second to that, like, there is an element of where's my privacy? Where's the line supposed to be drawn here? Like, I understand they've got to comply with, regulations with the FCA, but I do believe that they've overstepped the line by asking for this. They know who I am. They've got my, my identification, my address details. I mean, my mortgage is with them, right? So there's no reason for a lot of this, in my opinion. They know my location, everything. They know everything about me, right? There's nothing to hide. And it's clear that the banks don't communicate, because they would contact my other bank where all my crypto holdings are, and they would see that the money's just, they'd be able to see all the transactional history. So yeah, look, it's a real shame, but I want to come on to some other stuff, like just to flag that people should really have a concern about this. If we go back here, we'd say, we'll come to the news article here. UK Finance Minister to discuss crypto banking woes with lawmakers. So Finance Minister said in the UK and London in particular has become the global crypto hub. I mean, this is absolute fucking nonsense. Like, the hub of what? Like, people can't even bank and invest in crypto. It's ridiculous. So basically, in a nutshell, they're going to have conversations about the banking industry and that side of things. They have obviously they've made some new legislation making sure that stable coins and all that side of things and crypto services are regulated, right? But the banks aren't working with crypto firms, and there's real problems, right? We've got Revolt here plans to suspend some of its UK services. And what this is they're going to stop UK businesses from being able to trade and buy crypto assets in the UK. So this stuff is just not good. NatWest are doing similar things. I've done a thread on Twitter, so definitely go check that out. I go through all the different banks and whether they're crypto friendly or not. It's a very useful information. And look, there other things that transpired today is I reached out to some companies that we're I want to say friends with, but no, we're not friends with them. We are, I guess, partnered with them, but friends would go the extra mile and support. You'd support a friend and, a friend in business, particularly a friend in business that supports you. But it's very, very clear that any company in the UK, crypto company, let me just restart this. A crypto firm that would like to continue or to do business in the UK market is shitting themselves about being honest about the problems and speaking out about the problems, sharing the problems. They're scared because they're worried that they won't get the license to be able to do business here. They're worried that they will be regulated out if they speak out about any of the problems. And that was really made quite apparent to me today, that is actually a real issue. So you're not going to hear about the problems in the UK when it comes to cryptocurrency because big companies are scared to talk about it, and the UK government are too weak to be able to lead the country like they should be. They're too weak to be able to actually sort the problems out. And the UK is it's in disarray. Like, they're not the crypto hub that they're trying to make out they are. They might be at a level of government corruption. Obviously, all this is just my opinion, but actually, when you come down to your everyday individual, you're not allowed to invest in crypto. It's dangerous. We know what's best for you. And these people are only just getting into the crypto space. It's laughable. We got EU sanctions Russians from owning crypto businesses. Things are getting tough. It's everywhere at the moment. But anyway, let's move on from the doom and gloom of it all. I think we definitely need to move on from that aspect of things. We got small ESG focused crypto asset manager is another late entry to the Bitcoin ETF race. 7RCC, a crypto asset management firm, is obviously getting involved. So, again, everybody's getting involved. Why not? Why not? Talking about other corruption and more negative stuff, I suppose. The real scam of FTX. Let's uncover that. Let's dig into what's really going on in this fucking crypto space. FTX files plan to end bankruptcy, pay crypto creditors billions. Now, I need to highlight this again. I did it on Twitter. I'll do it today again. The actual scam when it comes to FTX is not Sam Bankman-Fried and all the terrible things he did. That's just part of it. That's smaller. That's smaller than the actual big scam that's going on here. The SEC and the legal system, that is the biggest scam when it comes to FTX. I think it was $1.5 billion in legal fees for this bankruptcy for FTX. And it dwarfs the the money owed to customers, the actual fraud, what is supposed to be the actual FTX scam, was customer funds, I think, was 143 billion. So like it's obscene. Like, it should never be that high. And I don't care what anyone says to me on that. That is daylight robbery. It's a scam in itself. And it makes me realize something, acutely realize it right now. Not that one. Where is it? This one. Here we go. Like, I don't know. I'm not finding the right ones here. Let me find it. Let me bring it up on the screen. Here we go. US SEC says no to new crypto rules. Coinbase asks court to review. So let me just like put this as I see it, right? The legal system is a fraud, right? In the respect of the bankruptcy cost should not have been $1.5 billion. That's fucking ridiculous. I don't care how good the lawyers are involved. That is effing ridiculous. The other part of the scam is the SEC. The SEC allowed the initial scam or fraudulent activity to happen under their watch, failing to meet the criteria of their mission statements. They set out. I didn't set them out. The investors didn't set out those mission statements. The SEC set those mission statements out, and they can't even, align to their own mission statements. Gary Gensler should be fired. He's failed miserably. His management team should be fired. They failed miserably. Like, I could come in and do a better job with like far less knowledge than those individuals in that space. They're not stupid. Their strings are being pulled. Like, pure corruption, in my opinion. I've got no way to prove it, but that's my opinion on it. Just to be clear. What I would say is no wonder why the SEC will not give clarity when it comes to cryptocurrency. I am sure if people actually look into the individuals working at the SEC, there will be payments found, under the table payments from these legal firms. That is my opinion. Somebody needs to investigate it. Somebody needs to look into this. It's obscene. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions. But that's how I view what's gone on with FTX here. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. We'll reload this. I don't know why that's failed. We'll move on. I think my internet's crashed, so I can't get the website up for the final thing that I wanted to cover apart from this. Polygon founder shades Avalanche over Inception struggles. Basically, there's a bit of a fight going on between Polygon and Solana, and who really gives a rat's ass? Like, in all honesty, both good projects, but Sandeep, you just seem like a bit of a twat, to be fair. So, crawl in your little hole. I like Polygon, but I just think this stuff just needs to be a thing of the past. No one gives a rat's ass about the Polygon founder's opinion of Avalanche. Should be really focused on his own shit and getting Polygon to where it needs to be. That's kind of my views. Interested to get yours. At the moment, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I no longer want to be in the UK. And I apologize if that comes out in the content, but you can't help how you feel about things. And I want everybody to hear about how Santander have acted. And I hope that, and it is just a hope, that the UK government sort out the poor regulations, and the regulators, take note of what's actually going on under their watch here in the UK, and what they're doing, because I think that they are destroying cryptocurrency. I think they are trying to, stop the everyday individual from being able to change their lives and get that generational level wealth that, you know, is on the table here. And I think they will stop at absolutely nothing. I think there is more to this story than meets the eye. They, you know, why do they need to know where my cryptocurrency is? They only need to know where it is if they're coming after it. So that's kind of my thoughts, my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more of this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.